the sawmill is a new addition to the shop here in Battleground. It's Marshall's old sawmill. I forget the builder, but the new bunks are home built by Marshall, so that's all professional quality welding right there, and did a phenomenal job. These cedar logs came from a friend's property and came down in one of the storms here last winter. They're all Western red cedar, very good condition, easy drops. They're all roughly about 17 foot long, I think probably 12 inches up to about 28, 30 inches in diameter. And this prompted us to get back on a previously discussed job, which was cutting wood for a sauna for another friend that has been talking about building one for a while. So we're going to cut Western red cedar for 80% of the sauna, inside, outside, siding, timber frame, if you will, several different portions of the job. What Marshall is doing right now is lining up the ends of the log. The tree grows in a taper typically. It looks straight, but it's really not. So he's lining up the pith of the log to make sure that the center line essentially of the log is straight. So when we cut, we're equal distance outside of the center of the tree, which is the weakest part of the tree, or the area most prone to splitting. Debarking just helps the blade stay sharp through the cut. We're going to be using all true dimensional 2x and 1x material. So we've got a little bit of 2x4, I've got some 2x6, 2x12 spec'd on it, some 1x6, 1x12, we've got some 3, I think we ended up cutting 3x8 rafters, so we'll cut 3x8 rafters out of some of this for the exposed rafters on the sauna. In a future log we'll get some 1x2, so I don't think we did any of this. We'll have some vertical siding on the sauna, so we'll be doing a bunch of 1x2 vertical slats. Well, we had a few jobs coming out of these 2 logs, and we'll probably need, I'd say, another 4 to 6. Based on the job need, we will select the best log to get the particular cuts out of. So a bigger log will typically get more of the larger format cuts out of it, versus a smaller log where we can't get the larger stuff out of it, we'll get the smaller pieces. So a lot of the 1x2 will come out of the smaller logs. We've got 240 pieces of 1x2 I think spec'd on the job. Well, contrary to popular belief, I used to operate a sawmill. It's been a couple of years since I've operated a sawmill myself. So you can see the white jug on top. That's a diesel distribution, just a drip system. So we fill that with diesel, and then it drips on the end of the blade and lubricates with diesel as it goes through. And the reason diesel is used is it's got a chemical consistency that it basically doesn't allow sap and pitch to build up on the blade and the other pieces around the blade, the rollers and the wheels and whatnot. So that's the primary reason for using diesel. It does evaporate, so it doesn't stay on the wood necessarily. As far as that, Marshall's got his own blade sharpener, so we don't replace blades very often unless one breaks or has an issue, broken tooth or whatnot. Typically they just go back to his place, get sharpened, and come back out as new usable blades. These are all going to be stickered and stacked for air drying. They will probably not go through the kiln. These are all going to be outside use, and then steam room for the inside. So we will probably not kiln dry most, if not all of these. So they'll get air dried for an extended period of time until we're ready to use them. I'm probably going to use a tung oil product that we supply for this outside setting, and what that's going to do is just allow it to soak into the wood and kind of preserve it from soaking versus a top coat.